coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium, just north of downtown Tampa. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Arizona Cardinals and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. As we get a look at a guy who grew up in Florida, played his college ball, of course, in Louisville. It's the electric Lamar Jackson.
And he certainly had his share of struggles in the opener, threw a couple of ill-timed interceptions in the game. So that was something that was harped upon all week in practice. Because if he's going to help this team be a winning one, he can't give the football away like he did last week.
And he'll power his way up near the 25. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted?
There he goes, left side.
You thought you had it, didn't you? You thought you had it.
Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Henry Ruggs, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Bucs have taken a first quarter lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and it's now a 7-0 game. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive, and it ends with a touchdown for the Bucs. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
And he certainly had his share of struggles in the opener, threw a couple of ill-timed interceptions in the game. So that was something that was harped upon all week in practice. Because if he's going to help this team be a winning one, he can't give the football away like he did last week.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5. Smith now to throw. He gets this one to Boyd. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Call it a pickup of 3, and also now likely a punt on their opening drive.
Now that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
A great return there of 22 yards. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in this 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they got out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase them.
A big play that time through the air. 31 yards.
One of the things that led this organization to commit to him as a starting quarterback as a rookie, his ability to keep his eyes downfield and make plays out of the pocket. Able to see the receiver while on the move and complete a really accurate throw.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. On 2nd down, here's Henry. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Terry McLaurin from 13 yards out. And the Buccaneers have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Smith's throw taken in by Green here. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 14 carries, 79 yards.
Well, watching the film, we saw that things clicked pretty well for them in the running game last week. No reason to change in my mind. Continue to try and run the football, give it to them early and often in hopes of breaking down the defense so some bigger gains result as the game goes on.
From the 38, Smith. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
Throwing on third down, Smith. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And this effort won't do it. He needed to get to the 45. He's a yard or two short. They'll get 11, but still a little short. Fourth down. Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. Found good room to run there. Returns it 14 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Back now comes Tampa Bay. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have a tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Now a handoff to Henry. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. On third down, Jackson. Over the middle, complete. It's Harris. And he's going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. This will go to Henry out wide. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Here's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football. Again, he'll drop to throw. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off inside the 5. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point. His first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
Chase Young. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18. From the end zone, Smith. They'll get that complete to Parkinson. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
On 3rd down, here's Dobbins. And he's going to lose yardage back to his own 1-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Well, I think it's back to the drawing board, or should I say in today's game, the Surface tablet after this drive. 3 plays, they go backwards. They will look like they've gotten something going right there, but they'll have to punt the football away to end this one.
Here comes the Cardinals punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there. So the roughing call there on the extra point and going to give him another shot.
Pretty good sell job there, too. I think it was the right call, but a little embellishment never hurts.
Now a handoff for Dobbins. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. To throw is Smith. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. In for the sack, Myles Garrett.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. On 3rd down, Dobbins. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. So they couldn't get anything there, Charles. Now 4th down from their own 2, and a bad situation, to be frank, for the special teams.
Yeah, if you are the punting team now, your #1 thing is protect the punter, because you got to think they may actually come after him trying to get a big play.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop, a man down on the return. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. A 1st down carry for Henry. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Off the play fake, Whitman. He finds his man, complete. That's Moran. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Throwing on 1st down, Whitman. Buying time to his left. He dumps it off for Henry. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Again to Henry. And here he'll get it down to the 7. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
On 2nd down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. Tyreek Hill. There to make the grab. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. His first career touchdown pass, and it's cliche to say, but he's probably been envisioning this since he was a little kid. That's a cool moment.
It really is. So enjoy the moment, enjoy the time, celebrate, save the full reflection for later, but make sure you grab someone on the sidelines and say, hey, make sure I get that football, okay?
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. They haven't been able to get him on track. They haven't been able to get this offense on track. No points so far.
Maybe it's time to start doing a few different things. Throwing the ball a little bit, maybe featuring other people touching it for a while. And then you get a chance to come back to it when things have changed a little bit. They have to make an adjustment.
There's still time for him here as we sit in the second quarter. On second and 11 now. Smith. Caught here by Griffin. The reception good for 7. It's third down. Here's Smith. And that is incomplete.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far, offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this as they have to punt this one away.
And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So here are the Bucs to take over on offense. They were losers last week to Carolina, but they've got the lead here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. And it'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll make it a second down. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Henry Ruggs with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Buccaneers are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and the route is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Tyler Boyd and the rest of the offense heading back out. They've got to be thinking, how can we get him a little bit more involved here? Second quarter, you're down, and really, he's been out of the mix.
I would agree with that, and oftentimes you hear, well, we're just taking what the defense is giving us, but sometimes that's just not good enough. Sometimes you have to take what you want, and that means getting him the football.
Yeah, so far just a single catch in this game. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Well, Nick Bosa so quick on the outside, he gets in there to bring him down. Charles, not to point fingers, but how much of this goes on the shoulders of the offensive line? Well, look at the 6 sacks last week. That's the 4th in this game.
Definitely the bulk of it does go on the offensive line. That's what they're tasked with doing, keeping their quarterback upright and clean in the pocket. But I think they have to look at, okay, are we bringing in extra people? Is the ball out of the quarterback's hands quick enough? There are a few other factors they have to look at to try and help out. But you're exactly right. It starts with the O-line.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And he'll take it just outside the 40. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team. Gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Off-play action. Whitman going deep for Hill. And this is caught. Touchdown. Tyreek Hill with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Bucs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's had a good chunk of carries. Problem is for very little success. I don't want to put it all on his shoulders, but that's a big reason they're losing right now.
Have to be very careful that he doesn't start pointing fingers. Offensive line obviously trying. The defense has done a nice job against him today. When it's all said and done, it's all about the guy in the mirror. He has to get it done better going forward.
See if he can look and do some soul searching now. On 2nd and a yard, Smith. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Smith. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Green. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. Looking left side, and it's complete. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Throwing again is Smith. Green's got it over the middle. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. You want the 3rd quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. It'll be the Cardinals who get the ball first. They trail here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. He's playing pretty well. I don't think it's necessarily him changing up something. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. On 2nd and 11 now, Smith. He completes it to Boyd. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
3rd and 2, Smith. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
Jesse Bates made the tackle from his safety spot. Well, if you look where that play starts, O-line versus D-line, that was a battle won by the D-line.
Yeah, and oftentimes it's won by quickness off the ball. Who can handle the guy across from them best? On that play, the defensive line did exactly that.
Here's Smith. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A big connection on that one. 30 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Here's a give to Dobbins. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
On 2nd and 7, and he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Myles Garrett able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Now it's Smith. Finding Green complete. And they're going to get him down shy of the 1st at about the 13-yard line. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. And now out is the Cardinal field goal team here. And his kick is indeed good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
Tyreek Hill on the return. And down he goes just shy of the 25. Now penalty marker is down. Let's see what that's about. That holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific, it's not a great starting field position as well.
So the hold on special teams backs him up all the way inside the 15 to start. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. He gets it complete to Harris. 7 yards the pick up there. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson flushed out right. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And got his man complete. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Henry Ruggs, 79 yards. And this Buccaneer offense is running away with this one. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that will extend this big lead. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Throwing is Smith.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off at the 38. And that's a pick 6. He brings Sends it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead will swell by 1 more. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
From the 29, Smith. He finds his man, complete. That's Boyd. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Yeah, he's going to be stopped short of a 1st down as they'll get to him at about the 33. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. This is taken at the 23. Nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back. Time to get another look at this Buccaneer offense. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try to cut down the length of the drive.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. A scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And going deep for Hill. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Mike McCarthy pretty decisive. He brings out that red challenge flag. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
McCarthy correct in his assessment there to challenge that ruling. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that will extend this big lead. After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The football going back over to Arizona now. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
On 1st down, it's Smith. He finds his man, complete. It's Griffin. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
Come on, baby. We got to do our job. We got to do our
Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty as a result of that hit there.
So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Now Dobbins, and he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. To throw on 2nd and 6. Smith. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time is run out on this 3rd quarter of play. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Boyd's the target, and he has it over the middle. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Now a 1st down throw. It's Smith. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. He gets this underneath to Dobbins, and he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Now Smith. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up 2nd down. 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Whitman, he'll let this go deep for Ruggs. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown. Henry Ruggs, 58 yards. And the Bucs offense continuing to pour it on. This offense certainly looking a lot more comfortable here at home. They lost last week in the opener on the road, but there's something about that home opener makes you feel more settled.
Yeah, I wish we could quantify it, too, because you're playing the same game. The field's the same, size. We know all of that. But being at home, sometimes when you do things well, you get that extra push from your home fans, and it elevates your game.
And in the driver's seat right now. Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Smith on 1st down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Mason. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. A shotgun snap for Smith. And he can't escape, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go. And
he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
That's certainly playing down a distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. This is fielded at the 27. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. And Charles, in a very one-sided affair, I think we've reached a point in the broadcast where you and I, we may have some filling to do, right?
Yeah, I think you're right about that, because we got to try and keep people around. We don't want them to change the channel. Stay with us in this game. Is that Ben Remsar? Are you hearing from Ben on the headset here? Tell us, stretch this thing out a little bit.
Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. Edwards-Helaire, touchdown, Buccaneers. And we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go band of brothers thought process. No one left behind, no pointing fingers, no accusations, because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and that will extend this big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. On 2nd and 11 now. Smith, he finds his man, complete. It's Griffin. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Smith. Throw left side complete. That's Boyd. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw, Smith. They'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. Dobbins hit and he fumbles. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. Again, it's Henry. First down and much more for Henry. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They're going to hurry back to the line now. On 2nd down, it's Henry. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Things are rocking easy here in the fourth quarter. They've got to feel pretty good about this one. Actually, they've got to feel excellent. Tough loss in the opener. No way they wanted to go 0-2.
I don't want to read too much into it, but psychologically, is there something much bigger about 0-2 than 0-1?
Oh, without a doubt, and here's the biggest one. Guys like you and me, all the media, are going to talk about, well, you know how hard it is to make the playoffs when you start 0-2, and that starts to work its way through a team.
And now they're working towards 1-1.
Taking it about the 1. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Tampa Bay defense coming back out now. They are holding serve here at home. The fans were into this one. They did what they needed to do.
And right now I'm just cupping my hand to my ear and listening to the approval that they're getting from the home crowd right now.
That's actually true, by the way. He was physically cupping. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack.
And you could say that is just another cherry on top for this defense and that entire team. But really, this defense has sparked what's been an impressive effort here in this one.
And I notice you used the word sparked because you're not seeing that on the other side of the ball, are you? The offense right now, the spark has left their game, and it's been because of what you described, that defensive pressure.
Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's out right at the 25. And he's been one of their few bright spots here this afternoon.
And as you pointed out, so far he's gotten his. That's not been the issue at all. But the teammates, the other guys, they've been shut down. That's why the defensive guys have to feel pretty good, even though he's over 100 yards.
Yeah, he topped 100 with that last catch. Had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. Steps away to his left.
And that one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.